Today, I'll be talking to you about why I came to Malaysia, or basically why I choose Malaysia. Hello beautiful people, welcome once again to the channel. Yes, and it's like we are starting the channel on a full scale right now, because I'll be giving you like stories and stories and stories and stories, okay? And then once in a while, maybe on Sundays, I'll be bringing the songs, probably, if I have time to do that. But most time you will be hearing my stories, okay? Because I told you Bolu's diary is mainly for experiences, and also I'll be cooking, so make sure you are glued to this channel. You understand? I'll be cooking. If you want to see me cooking wonderful delicacies, both Malaysian dishes, and of course wonderful cheese as well. So stay tuned and you're going to enjoy this channel. If you're new to the channel and you're not yet subscribed, ensure you subscribe right now, like right now, because this is a happy family. For my travels, you can go to Explore with Bolu. That's where I actually showcase my travel videos. We explore together there and I give you beautiful reviews about the beautiful country where I am currently, which is Malaysia. So let's go straight to the video of today. Today, I'll be talking to you about why I came to Malaysia, or basically why I choose Malaysia. For those who don't know, I am an African, a Nigerian specifically, okay, far away from Nigeria. Nigeria to this place is very, very far. That's the truth. It's very, very far. I think it's one of the farthest African country to Malaysia, because if you want to come from my country to this place, you have to take, like, let me say, a flight of over 20 hours, depending on the route. Anyways, I think direct flight may not be up to that, but depending on the route, most times you have to stop and stop and stop before you finally get to Malaysia, the same way I did. So I had to stop at Ethiopia, and then Ethiopia again, stopped at Singapore, and then Singapore to Malaysia. Altogether, I spent like 21 to 22 hours, flying to this beautiful country. So why did I choose Malaysia? Like, people have been asking me this question, why didn't you go to a nearby countries, are there no other better countries than Malaysia, and all those kind of things. So I'm going to be answering your question in this video. Stay tuned till the very end. It's not going to be too long. While I was finishing my undergraduate, of course I had plans of traveling abroad, going out. The schools that were in my mind, or the countries that were in my mind, were actually European countries like Germany and all those kind of countries, in Europe. Then also UK was also in my mind. I wanted to go to UK. That was what many people were like, UK, and all those kind of things. It's like if you go to UK University and then you come back, you are like, a big kind of a fellow. But as God will have it, while I was trying to apply, I applied to a number of UK universities and I actually got their admissions. But the fees were not very funny. Yeah, in fact, one of them or two of them gave me partial scholarship, like almost maybe 30% or something. But even with that partial scholarship, what I was to pay was still very heavy. But that's not even the main thing, It seems that was not where God wanted me to go. So the journey continued during my NYSC. The NYSC is like a period where we serve our country in my country, right? After you finish your undergraduate degree or your bachelor degree in Nigeria, you have to actually go for a 1-year national service. We call it NYSC, National Youth Service Corps, okay? Not corps, like not that kind of corps. So it's like a paramilitary kind of something, right? So during that period, I started thinking, what's the next step? I was thinking, I was planning, I was praying, and I was hoping, what is the next step? Because I actually wanted to further my education, and I already had the mindset of going out of the country. In fact, from that time during my NYSC, I usually say it, that I'm going to go out of the country, I'm going to travel to other places. It's not like that was my first time of going out of the country. I've gone out of the country before, but specifically for my postgraduate studies, I had the mindset of doing it outside. So fast forward, how did Malaysia come into the picture? I didn't even know anything about Malaysia, to be sincere. Like, I had no knowledge, no power knowledge about Malaysia. That's the truth. As funny as it may be, yeah, I never heard about Malaysia. And that gives you an answer to why I am actually showcasing and promoting Malaysia on my other channel, the bigger one, that's Explore with Bolu. Because for me, I didn't even know about Malaysia. And you can imagine that until when I came here and I saw that, wow, this is a beautiful country, man. Why didn't I even know about it? Like, the only thing I hear about Malaysia is in Nigerian movies, where if they want to say something about people that go and are very rich and come back to the country, that's where you see Malaysia, you understand? But like on a normal basis, like you hear US, UK, Australia, all those places, I never heard about Malaysia. And I'm very sure that many people from that side also maybe, they have not heard about Malaysia probably then. But I think now things are getting better. Like content creators like us, we are trying to actually showcase Malaysia to the other side, to the world, and say that, oh, there's a beautiful country here called Malaysia, with beautiful people, with beautiful culture, with great opportunities, for study and all those kind of things. Now I want to tell you how I actually knew about Malaysia. The first way I knew about Malaysia was actually from a conference. We had a kind of conference like that in my country, in the capital, that's Abuja. And that conference, I could remember, I think that was 2016 or 2017, early 2017, I think, because I came to Malaysia 2017 August. Okay, 2017 August. So I think early 2017 we had that conference in my country early around January, and I went for that international conference and I met with different people, and it was there I saw a booth, okay, like a booth, right, with people that are trying to display some stuff about Malaysia, so I went to that booth and I was like, that was the first time I said, wow, oh, Malaysia. They say, yeah, it's a very great country, They were actually displaying one academic, something like that, I forgot. It's a very great country, this and that, this and that. I say, wow, that's very beautiful. That was the first time I actually heard about, not like I've not heard about Malaysia, but I actually, like concentrated on hearing about Malaysia. Then after that, I now forgot about it, basically. It was not even in my mind. So later on, a group, my old secondary school group, secondary schools, right? Yeah, my old secondary school group, like high school. Then they added me to that group after a long time. Somebody added me to the group, and then people do normal chats and all that. And then I saw somebody's chat, and I saw that it was a foreign number, so which was +60, and I said, wow. That time I was already preparing to go to school, okay, I was already preparing to go for my postgraduate studies, like looking for which school I could go to and stuff like that. So I just checked that person's number, like with curiosity, right? Checked the person's number, and I saw the face of the person. It was even my friend, but like we have cut communication for a very long time. It was my very good friend, and I said, wow, let me chat this guy up now. It's been a long time. So I chatted that my friend up, and then he responded to me, oh, Faith, how are you? And all that. I said, fine, fine, fine. Where are you? I asked him where he is. He said he's in Malaysia. I said, wow, Malaysia? Which country is that? And that was how we got talking, I told him to tell me about Malaysia and stuff like that. And then he started telling me about the country. It's a beautiful country. He said this, he said that. They have very good schools here. And I told him I want to come for my postgraduate studies. So he was the one that actually gave me a clear picture about Malaysia. And then I went to browse about the country. That was when I said, wow, it's a nice country. I started seeing very great reviews about Malaysia, on the internet. And then the journey to looking for an educational institution began. And so my friend now told me that there's this school, I think it's a private university like that. He was actually recommending for me. I think Segi, is it Segi? I think Segi University. So I said, oh, that's very nice. So that was how I checked that school. I even started the process, of applying to that university that my friend suggested to me. Then along the line, something happened. I already finished all the processes. I got their admission letter. I was about to start processing their visa stuff, and my dad was like, okay, is that where you want to go? I said yes, I think it's a very great place and all that. I remember some of my people were not even so clear about the situation, like Malaysia, can't you go to Germany? Can't you go to this place? Can't you go to other places? People did not really have so much faith in my choice, which was Malaysia. And as of that time, I started falling in love with Malaysia. I will not lie to you. Like, I started falling in love with Malaysia. I've not come here before. I don't really have anybody here except that my friend, who we have not even spoken with for a long time. So I started falling in love with Malaysia. People began to wonder, what's wrong with this guy? Can't you go to UK? Can't you go to Europe? Can't you go to other places? And I was like, no, Malaysia. And I started praying and believing God and also hoping. And I was like, anywhere God wants me to go, that's where I'm going to go, regardless of what people say. Okay, regardless of even what my parents or my family people actually say. Anywhere God wants me to go will be my final destination. Guys, so do you want to hear the end of the story, or should we take it to another story? Okay, I will try to finish this part of the story. So guys, that was how I started checking. I was almost preparing to come. Then something happened. One way or the other, I just got connected to another person like that, who I didn't even know. I got connected to that person. Maybe he's watching this video, I don't know. He was doing PhD here. I think he's still here, I'm not sure. He was doing PhD here, and then somewhere we met in my town there, and he was like, I don't know, we started discussing. Then we got to a point where I talked about Malaysia. Then it was like, oh, Malaysia. Okay, no, my pastor was the one. My pastor there was the one that said, there is somebody that is actually doing his PhD in Malaysia. And I said, oh, okay. That was how we just connected. That person luckily just came back from Malaysia just like 1 week ago within that period to see his family. So we just met somewhere, and then he started talking about Malaysia. It's a very nice place. It's also university and all that. Then I told him, oh yes, I've already applied and I'm even preparing to go already. I've gotten the admission. I just want to start processing other things. And he was like, which school? And I told him the school. And I said, oh, it's a very nice school, but there are other places you can go to. He now said, why don't I try University of Malaya? And University of Malaya is actually the best university in Malaysia, and they have world ranking. You can check about it. So I was like, oh, University of Malaya, okay. Then that was how he connected me with somebody in University of Malaya who I don't even know, also from Adams. And then I just checked about University of Malaya, and I said, wow, it's actually a very great school, a big school and all that. That was how I switched. Even though I've got admission to the other place, I switched and applied to University of Malaya. And I got the admission. The day I got the admission, guys, I was so happy. Like, very, very, very happy. The timing was different, but that guy actually, told me about the whole thing. Guys, I was really, really happy. And yes, that was how the journey to Malaysia began. I hope you enjoyed this part of the story. I'm going to stop here, okay? In the next episode, I will tell you more and more and more and more and more. So I'll be sharing stories, so make sure you stay tuned to enjoy my stories. Follow Explore with Bolu to enjoy the travels vlogs. Till I see you next time, stay positive, subscribe, share, like, and what again? Stay tuned. Much love and God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Don't let anybody kill your joy.